So, you want to hear another story, huh? One where the very fate of Pandora hangs in the balance. If not, too bad, I'm telling you anyway.
Hello and welcome to my first attempt at beating Borderlands 2 without taking any damage. This is a segmented run, so anytime I take damage I will reload and alter save file. I also want this to be a clean run, so no major glitches are allowed. I will be using Zero for this run, as his action skill could be very useful alongside his sniper skill tree. Although if I were to redo this run, I would choose Axton, as turret cheesing is a very viable option.
Your metaphorical ship has finally come in. Allow me to introduce myself. I am a CL4P TP steward bud, but my friends call me Claptrap. Or they would if any of them were still alive, or had existed in the first place. Oh, I've got something for you.
I'll explain everything soon, but know this. You're alive for a reason, and I am here to help you.
We start off in Windshear Waste with nothing much to do for the first few minutes as we wait for dialogue and cutscenes to play. I equip my sniper here and also keep the bar stats on for no reason other than I want to.
I'll just assume you didn't see that.
We had our first enemy encounter with a few bullymongs, which pose almost no threat as long as you keep your distance. On to the next section, we wait for Claptrap to get stuck before we start mobbing. This is because the enemies killed before Claptrap gets stuck don't count towards the total needed to proceed and therefore are just a waste of time.
Hey, kiddo.
Our first boss is Knuckle Dragger, who in testing was very easy, although in this run he manages to hit me. This is the first of many resets that I'll have to do during this run. Luckily though, I won't have to kill those same bullymongs again, so I can just beeline for the boss. After missing an embarrassing amount of headshots, we managed to kill our first boss.
If you would, retrieve my eye for me. Oh, got
The journey ahead.
I turn in the mission and we set foot onto Frostburn Canyon, where I will be for the next 2.5 hours.
Handsome Jack here, offering $1 million to whoever brings me the head of the Vault Hunter who just arrived in Liarsburg. Oh, and I'm still offering a reward for Roland, the mass-murdering leader of the Crimson Raiders. Good hunting, bandits!
Frostburn Canyon starts with some more bullymong slaughter, but it is closely followed by our first outlaws. I sit up far behind a rock to minimize the chance that they will hit me. Watching this in post with a bit more experience, I now realize how reckless I was playing and I almost bit the bullet multiple times. Luckily though, I managed to survive. When Claptrap is triggered, he will open the gate and cause enemies to spawn. Knowing this, I inch my way closer before bolting back towards cover.
Spectacular! First Captain Flint's bandits attack, then Claptrap shows up. I must have been horrifyingly cruel to puppies in a previous life to deserve this kind of treatment. I say, Vault Hunter, could you kill Flint's men for me? Got a proposition for you, Vault Hunter. You give up, we'll just shoot you in the head. It'll be quick, clean, and a hell of a lot less painful than Handsome Jack will do to you.
I then move in closer for the bullymongs to spawn. They will attack the outlaws and I can just sit back and watch. I wasn't careful enough though, as one more enemy spawns while I wasn't looking, causing me to almost take damage.
Oh no! Bullymons!
I recklessly shot at an enemy before going behind cover though, and I ended up almost resetting.
Damn it! This ain't over, Grinder!
Now I just need to wait a few minutes for some dialogue to pass before I can start the next section.
I am alive!
How's your day been, buddy? We haven't really talked much since I left you for dead.
Simple mobbing section here, nothing much to talk about. I grabbed the Helena Pierce mission for some XP, and while I'm there, I decide that I should get a better sniper.
Everybody. Oh yeah. Oh, holy crap.
After the mission, This Town Ain't Big Enough, Hammerlock will give you the mission Bad Hair Day. In return for melee killing 5 bullymongs, he will give you a sniper rifle.
Change your appearance and
Please make Captain Flint. Do you see my hat?
The bullymong is injured. Now deliver the coup de grace with your melee weapon.
This mission proved to be somewhat difficult though. Bullymongs are dangerous in close range, so melee killing 5 in a row without getting hit is a bit of a challenge. My plan was to get them to low HP, then sprint over and melee them. This plan is simple on paper, but was more difficult in practice. When low HP, bullymongs tend to crawl away from you while throwing projectiles. If you have more than one bullymong throwing projectiles at a time, then it becomes a nightmare.
I apologize, I wasn't clear enough. You see, you'll need to kill the bullymong with a melee attack in order to harvest its fur. Sure, you could try to steal the fur from a bullymong's dead body.
As you can see here, when I get close, I just barely can't dodge the final projectile and have to reset. The problem with resetting is that enemies will respawn, so each time I take damage I will need to re-kill these same enemies. My second attempt goes a lot smoother though, as I make sure not to get overwhelmed. This is until the final melee kill needed. I will just let it speak for itself. As I sat there, I decided that since I got the objective before taking damage, that I would save my progress and hand the mission into Hammerlock. This is scuffed, and if I were to do it again, I would probably have just reset and tried again, although at this point I didn't really quite realize what I was getting myself into.
A trillion thanks, Vault Hunter. You've helped a foolish old man look far more badass than he deserves. I'm referring to myself, of course.
After turning in the mission and getting a better sniper, I was ready to make my way towards Captain Flint. Another very simple mobbing section here, not much to do except for activate enemies, run back to cover and shoot them from afar. As Claptrap opens the bridge, you need to make sure to kill the 2 suicide psychos that come out of it, because if they close the distance, you will take damage.
Clarify, the diamond horse I've been telling you about, it's not a sculpture or anything. It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of... Yeah, actually, I'll go get it. What's that? Hello? What's...
Vámonos, minion! Arriba, arriba! And it's boo-boo!
Boom Boom is a relatively easy boss. All you need to do is run forwards before the cutscene plays. Once the cutscene ends, you can throw 2 firework grenades and that gets the job done. Just make sure you don't jump into the fire like me.
I should probably clarify, the diamond horse I've been telling you about, it's not a sculpture or anything. It's a living horse that actually happens to be made of... Yeah, actually, I'll go get her. What's that?
On my second run through of Boom Boom, I do a lot better as I make sure not to jump in the fire. After killing Boom Boom, I got level 5, which gave me an action skill, and my level 5 sniper that I got from Hammerlock just before. This part's easy, you just run forwards towards Claptrap, hop on the cannon, and hold mouse 1 for a little while.
Minion, get on that cannon. Just blast this gate down. But don't do it until I have...
Once you drop down, these 2 enemies will activate, just shoot them with a sniper and you're good. This mobbing section proved to be quite the wall. It ended up killing around half of my runs, not because it's necessarily hard, but I got quite impatient by this point. I take damage here because I'm slightly too far forward. There is a spot behind me that I could be using, but for some reason I wasn't. It was very stupid and I regret it. You may have noticed a significant jump in XP levels. This is because I was still playing with the idea of saving my XP between resets, although I stopped doing this at level 7 because I realized it was a bit cheaty. Although it doesn't matter that much, because if I really wanted XP, I could just hop into the Fight for Sanctuary DLC and get it that way. I then move towards this left building, kill the psycho and the 2 enemies that walk out of this door. As you can see, killing the shotgun midget here activates a lot of enemies, so I use the action skill to reposition without being shot at. What I should have been doing here was throwing my action skill behind a wall, peeking, killing an enemy, and then going back behind cover. The problem with this though is that it takes a while, but it is very, very safe.
Is now known to me. Time to go to work.
Got a proposition for you two. You and Clappy be our personal torture.
Here we have a long and slow mobbing section, although this one is rather dangerous as it is quite open and easy to get shot at if you're not careful.
And I disappear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
As you can see, I end up playing recklessly and I take damage because of it. But instead of resetting this time, I decide to keep going and strat test.
Come on out, Flint! Your claptrap unit has returned!
The Captain Flint fight boils down to a lot of peeking, shooting someone, then going back behind cover. I actually managed to do the Captain Flint fight without taking any damage. This gives me great confidence to do it all in one go. Nothing much happens here, I just stay far away and shoot enemies.
I vanish. Assassins never die. Bow to my weaponry.
Ow! Guys, you don't have to beat me up.
is now known to me. Sucker. You just set off my trap card. Your death approaches. Your eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. I win. Fear, a ghost amidst the combat, preparing to strike.
I actually do almost get hit multiple times here, so I'm very glad that I got quite lucky.
Come on out, Flint! Your claptrap unit has returned!
The new torture dolls, boys! Let's turn up the heat!
Eyes deceive you. An illusion fools you all. True world revealed. Weakness is now known to me. Fools you all. I move with you. Combat. Preparing to strike. Yes, you just set off my trap card.
Oh yeah! You're the most fearsome warrior this glacier has ever seen, pal!
Okay. Jesus. And there you have it. Well, I mean, I guess it's technically not over, but that is officially printed off read only.
As you can tell by my extremely overjoyed and ecstatic reaction, I was very happy to have this finished. Thank you to anyone who watched this video. I will be making another one quite soon, as I had a lot of fun doing this.